Well,
Oh, boy.
the end of the world happened. I felt better, I guess. How's your third arm going, Libs, by the way?
Well, actually, I've actually gotten to put it to good use. I'm using it now to
As a cup holder.
as a cup holder, and I don't really feel the weight of anything I hold in my hand. Unfortunately, every time I go outside and take a walk, people for some reason run away in fear. I don't know why.
At least you have a better reaction. The people I've seen around now walking on all fours. But the point being that an interdimensional demon has finally invaded the real world. Namely Bill Cipher, because of what happened at the end of the previous episode. So, in this series finale, we'll have to have a bunch of tiny kids with only like bit of science on their side, having to try to defeat this entity that has planned this entire thing for like 1 trillion years. So good luck, Dipper and Mabel. You'll need it.
Well,
anyway,
well, just Dipper at this point.
No, Dipper and Mabel.
Yeah, specifically. We're starting with episode 18, which is Weirdmageddon Part 1. That has a gajillion different words. Yeah, a Welsh title.
It's called Spukviaok Foxo.
Exactly. Start right as the episode is starting in 3, 2, 1, click.
What a lovely sky.
A lovely day.
Oh, God. Wait, yeah, by the way, now Bill is in 3D.
Wait,
yes.
So you're telling me that was never his physical form, just a projection?
Nope. Pretty much. And just in that imagine, if that projection was just that powerful, imagine what is happening right now.
Well, hey, guys, I was right when I said it's just Dipper.
Now, the good news is that Blendin has noticed that, as you may have seen, so he's gonna advise the Time Baby, so help is on the way. You just know that they're avoiding barely saying the word God.
Well, Lord's
okay, time to see the ensemble, because Bill has some friends.
From the other side.
Aww.
Yeah, for being the overlord of the overlord of the world, he's got a good sense of humor.
No. Of course.
You are such a pleb.
Okay. Hold on, because there's time for some payoff. Excuse me?
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck!
Oh!
Whoa!
I can't believe it. Seriously.
Yes, please.
Might as well.
Bubbles? Oh.
I mean, the whole time is dead thing is quite relatable, honestly, at the moment.
Oh, title drop.
Yeah. Yay.
Even the water tower is...
Excited.
Also, we're going to get a new revamped intro for this, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, dear. Ha.
Yeah, Bill. Now the main characters got replaced.
Well, this is their show now.
Yeah, we told you not to summon the guy.
Created by Bill Cipher.
By the way, the backward message was at the end of the intro was Bill saying, "I'm watching you nerds." Just saying. Oh, the Minotaur.
All right, I think there's one thing to mention. The character known as the horrifying, sweaty, one-armed monstrosity, I believe, was mentioned earlier. Originally, he was voiced by Louis C.K. However, because of all the shenanigans he was allegedly involved in, Disney had Alex Hirsch redub him over in 2017.
Considering there's not much that he said, it's passable, I think.
Look, it's either try to beat Bill or live suffering forever.
Well,
Live
we could
is a
just
very
enjoy
yeah,
them.
Jova, live is a very relative word in this case.
That too.
Oh no.
Wow, apparently weirdness can take the form of water.
Oh well.
Oh god. Also, that
Okay, now she's turned into a Blue's Clues character.
or Pee Wee Herman's.
She seems to be taking this rather well.
She don't take everything for an app. Oh, at least the goat remain normal, I guess.
You
Well,
were
I spoke too
saying.
soon.
Oh,
You were saying, Tio?
still a goat.
Yeah, I'm with Stan. Hey, you came back. All right.
Oh yeah, didn't Gideon make a deal or something?
Hey, the inmates we saw in the short.
Oh. Well, shit.
Also, the
A
Cthulhu.
giant floating... Oh, a giant floating... Yeah, that got blown up.
Yay.
What was the deal, Gideon?
Of course.
Wow, the long-lost Lilo and Stitch experiment gone.
618.
Wow. Too easy.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
Oh,
wait.
a matter of
That's organic.
perspective.
That's a problem.
Oh dear.
Fuck. Yeah, it's for the better.
Of course he doesn't get a chance to say.
Oh.
Wait a minute, it's the ad block symbol! Oh no!
I always
right.
knew it would take over the world.
Yeah. Don't
Well,
give him
that can be
suggestions.
arranged.
Great.
Now
He's been turning to gold.
Now he's worth his
Now-
weight in
Oh,
gold.
God, he's
Oh.
a back scratcher.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Stanford Awards.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Was that really a good idea to show him that you have that?
I don't think he cares, Shiroi.
If he gains physical form, you lost.
Well cried.
Fight me IRL.
Ooh.
Nope.
Ow. Okay. Thank you very much for the books.
He has some light reading to do.
Oh.
Oh,
There
never mind.
goes the
there we go.
journal. Also, the space whale.
This is just a giant party.
They had to
Ah, ha, ha, ha,
say.
ha, ha, ha.
But hey, he makes one. Bill is the best host of Pimp My Ride I've ever seen.
Also, yeah, they use the head of the leader of the Society of Blind Eye as a wheel hanger thingy.
Oh, crud.
Oh dear.
Oh, why are the journalists still alive? Good to know.
I didn't need to know that, mate.
We'll see here in part 2.
Oh,
The
dear.
Pteranodon!
Oh, well, there's the other gravity rules.
Yeah, oh god.
Oh,
in case you're
my.
wondering, being a season finale, this basically is a family reunion of everything that happened in the series so far. No, please.
No.
Please, no.
This is
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh no! Quick. Not Louis C.K. here.
There are plenty of other people you could eat.
Unless you're watching an earlier version.
Thank God Giffany was destroyed, otherwise this is probably where she'd show up.
Oh.
Oh,
Seriously,
no.
deeper.
Oh.
I mean, that came in handy, I guess.
I'll say.
She killed a bat.
And Dipper broke his arm.
If you're a part of a main cast, your chances may be good. Oh.
Dude, keep out.
Dude, keep out.
Roasted bat.
Fort cash money?
Yes.
I doubt the air's that fresh.
Yeah, I know. It says blood rain.
Bodacious.
Tea.
Even in the apocalypse.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Not that the journals would be of much help anyway.
On the plus side, though, the climate is amazing.
Jova, not for nothing, but I don't want to live in constant heat everywhere I go.
No, that's the thing. It should be heat, but it actually feels like it's air conditioned. I mean, when you throw when you throw logic out of the window and chaos takes the hold, yeah, you kind of end up with cases like that.
Tasty.
Oh.
Ask and you shall receive.
Is that a thing even?
I guess it's like more like of
Okay.
meatballs.
Okay, it's a thing that some twins suggest they have, others suggest they don't, so... Depends.
Yay!
Oh no, this really is hell. This music's playing all the time.
It's a party after all.
Ah, spin the person. Oh, you eat whoever gets it.
Oh no, who invented the police? Oh, the time police, they finally arrived. With, yeah, full force with the time baby himself. They're not fucking around.
He's okay with that.
Oh, fuck.
Well, so much for the time police.
He doesn't really do monologuing.
Again, just to showcase the effectiveness of this villain.
Well, hey, he survived.
Where are
Mhm.
you going to run to, though? Of course he does.
He does think of everything, pretty much.
He's been planning this for like, what, 10 million years?
Billion.
Oh, yeah, I guess it
And it's
makes
not the
sense that
first
he would
time
have
he's
a
done
backup.
this.
Well, the apocalypse is going on.
Yeah.
You are a dart magnet.
So it's...
And now it's Mad Max.
But they don't have Australian accents, Tio. Well, actually, the Americans did dub over the actors of American accents in the first movie, so...
Dun dun dun.
Oh,
Oh,
Bill
fuck.
Cipher has a police force.
All right.
So,
yeah,
what crimes are they accused?
I don't think Gideon has talked to Wendy before.
Never has.
Ew.
You have the key, yes.
That's not
She
creepy.
looks
At
looks really out of it.
It's a photo taken out of
Again,
context.
this is also real. Disney of all people is describing the aftermath of a a little post-apocalyptic world where mankind is destroying each other.
Gideon was already trying to destroy people.
And that's the least of this world's problems right now.
I know,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, Bill, maybe you should have pointed some of the actual more strength next time.
Give one of the goons the key.
strike! Well, technically that's 8 out of 10. There's a bit of a 7-10 split. I mean 6-10 split. Aww.
Adorable.
Okay, so we're really going Mad Max on this now.
Pretty much.
It won't be Mad Max unless there's a guy playing an electric guitar that can shoot fire.
With practical effects. Oh snap.
Well, we can't have. Well, it's an animated show, cartoon. They can't really have practical effects.
Oh! Wow, that guy's dead.
Of course.
Wow, even the goon is questioning your morality here.
Well, philosophy was his major.
Are you sure it's a good idea?
You better hope that metal's a good cure for madness, or at least a good... Uh-oh.
Oh, birds.
Oh. Oh, it's how to full boyfriend now.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, thank goodness that only lasts inside the
Can't
bubble.
get worse, huh?
Oh dear.
So, where?
Anime! Ew, meat!
Their
Live
voice actors are-
action!
IRL.
There's always a live action one with this sort of joke.
Oh god.
Oh,
Minecraft.
gender swapping! Silent
And a
film.
silent picture.
Okay, so Rule 63 is officially a thing in this now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll
Are
say.
you
As
even
much as,
surprised at this point, Droga?
yeah, that's one thing I'll say.
Okay,
as much
okay,
as
okay.
I wasn't huge
Okay, I'll just-
on the lead up into this, I actually quite like the event that happens.
Okay, I'll just say, I'm actually surprised that we didn't get Rule 63 sooner. Although, I guess unless you count the mind swapping one, but that's more body swapping than gender swapping.
Oof.
Ow.
Also, considering everything else that's happened, even in just this episode, that's like very minor.
I know, right?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
So, it's you.
How did you get ahead here?
Oh,
Come
right.
on!
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Is that-
Oh, yeah.
Wonder what that signal is. There.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Scared.
Look inside your heart.
You know, Deeper is rolling all these 20s on diplomacy. I can't believe this.
I know, right? Seriously.
That was,
Again, he
That's-
rolled quite a few 20s on that diplomacy.
Well, there's an electric guitar, but no fire.
Anything can happen.
We've already seen a good example of what can happen in some bubbles, so who knows what this one has in store.
This is custom made.
Dead end.
To be continued.
Inward.
Oh god.
No.
Please stop. I know, I mean, props for politeness, but please stop.
Why can't you... Why does it have to be people?
Bird!
Okay.
Okay, and now you have me wondering how his species reproduces.
they give each other their high fives are just that pleasant.
Where does the baby come out from?
Do we really need to know, Jova?
Well, the fact that he has a mother immediately calls stuff into question.
No, maybe Bill just creates them. you know?
What? So is Bill his mother then?
Anyway,
Tio, please.
yeah, anyway, that was part 1. So tune in after the intermission for part 2, Escape from Reality.
See you then.
There is none.
No.
Well, folks, the end is more than upon us. It has engulfed us, consumed us, berated us, and it's about to lose us. Or make people lose their minds. Welcome to Weirdmageddon Part 2, Escape from Reality. So yeah, this was reality, so what can an escape from reality be to make things even more crazier?
Well, we need to take Mabel from her reality, but we need to see what kind of reality she's living inside that bubble.
I think I have a good idea of what may lie in there. Oh boy, you know the drill, folks. Start when the episode starts. In 3, 2, 1, click. Oh, hey there, Mr. Squirrel. How you do?
Oh,
yeah.
Ding. Day 4 of Weirdmageddon.
Well, on my text, it just said Weirdmageddon Day 4.
Yes.
Paraphrasing for the win.
It's the same thing ours says as well.
Still partying with Crash Bandicoot music. Okay.
Wow, I think it's the first time Bill Cypher's apologized for something.
He's polite after all. Oh,
He
God.
at least likes his
He
friends.
literally constructed a throne from the stony corpses of inhabitants. Oh. Yay. War Tour.
Bill Cipher World Tour. Who needs trolls?
Yeah, well, we here in Britain have come up with a lot of weird things, so they'll be nothing.
Okay.
Okay, that's weird.
A force field.
Containing the entirety of Gravity Falls.
See, guys, I told you, our weirdness is so much more weirder than theirs. We made a force field.
Again, one has to wonder if there was like a whole takeover by Bill of the Disney Channel when this happened.
Alright, let's see what's inside.
A white void.
Thanks for recapping, Deeper.
Sounds simple enough.
Oh. Oh no. It's the worst kind of hell, the rainbow one.
Yeah, but you're killing the pair.
Oh.
Eh?
So take your shoes off, then.
Because that's what's important.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, it's like an entire world of diabetes.
This is cool.
No, it isn't.
I mean, it's at least better than what's outside. Don't argue with me. Yes, it is.
Honestly, I will argue, actually. I'll take the apocalypse. At least it doesn't blind my eyes when I look.
Of course it's you two.
Oh, no, you two can go.
So, did Bill do Mabel a favor?
I know, right?
Yeah, what
Dipper agrees
said.
with you.
Ugh.
That's funny, because I
course.
think the actual Grand Tour TV show launched the same year this episode came out. 2016.
Oh boy.
Also, they made the face of He-Man being joyous, like the. I'll mention later.
Oh.
Learn to drive.
Oh, it's like if Penguin Club crossover with Mary Poppins. I mean,
That's morbid.
Oh, crap.
Ew.
Baby.
of course she is.
Like
a
a
true Disney
princess.
princess.
Well, you could eat the waffles.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that one Yokai Watch episode.
Oh, God. Yeah, beat the shit out of cute animals.
No, leave them alone.
Just like Aurora.
So it's Sleeping Beauty now.
Oh,
Duh, my reality.
Yep, no murdering.
Of course, Bill gave her the perfect world.
There's
I know you don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth, but
it was probably bloody
yeah.
because the horse was dead.
Oh my god.
That's radical.
Oh god, this is terrible. Okay, I take it back. I like the apocalypse better.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
Zeus concentrates.
Yeah, it is rude.
They're fat.
Is this Dipper taller?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, he is.
And it is.
That's often because it is too good to be true. Whoa. Nice.
Ew.
Ew.
That sounds disgusting.
Shiri, I'm not taking any statement from you about food after you mentioned the whole thing about cheese and chocolate.
No rules.
Wendy, don't!
It's a trap.
You know, the new Recess season has been weird.
And that's saying something. There was a Halloween episode.
Of course, he's
Oh.
dead as a wrestler. It's like a reverse of the last level of Psychonauts.
Oh no.
He'll probably end up being 100.
Oh god, she's been brainwashed.
Oh no. I mean, a game recently did this kind of thing, but I won't say what it is because spoilers.
Stay strong, Deeper.
Stay strong.
Yeah, hey, exactly.
Yeah.
So, another backup plan.
I mean, Dip is pretty stubborn.
It takes a lot to surprise
Kevin
Bill,
Michael
I see.
Richardson is a tree. Why?
Giggle
Oh,
creep.
God. I know, right?
Oh no.
Yeah, Dip is going insane.
Maybe that's his temptation, Libs.
Wait for it.
Stop it.
Wait.
Why do I get the feeling
Yeah.
this is a trap?
Yeah.
Gee, Liz,
Yeah.
what gave you that idea?
It's like I said, wait for it. Oh,
Oh,
boy.
God.
Don't do that, no.
Mabel, does your dream cover Rule 34? In which case, no.
The ultimate temptation, shipping.
Oh, no.
Dipper, don't.
Ah!
Exactly.
You nearly did it with a bunch of bugs.
By the way, this scene had to be reworked because the original draft was even more graphical.
Oh.
At least the boys crazy survived.
Good.
Oh, you said a swear.
Did you just say the R word?
Oh.
Oh, Christ.
Great. That's the perfect way out.
There's got to be another way.
We're going for a court trial, Jova.
Oh, great.
Oh, no.
Well, just hope he gets a fair trial.
So let me get this straight. Eating the guards, no, that's fine, but so much as mentioning reality, you go to court.
Reality sucks.
Oh, Doc Detective's here too.
God damn it.
Remember, courtroom
That's a
drawings
terrible
are a
name.
thing.
Oh, hello.
Oh!
Oh.
No.
By the way, the judge is played by Jon Stewart, I'm just saying.
Nice.
Okay. And this wasn't the weirdest thing Jon Stewart did. The previous year, I think he cost John Cena a match for the WWE title.
Seriously, why do you have a wrestler voicing a cat judge?
Because it's funny, and this is weird.
He's technically you.
Deep breaths, Deeper.
Piers, eh?
Oh, God.
Dipper is so screwed. Oh no, 7 Mabels! Stop!
The 7 Mabels are linked to the heart. Mabels are a form of chaos. Chaos is power, enriched by the heart.
I mean, this is chaos.
Just in a different way.
Sweet talker.
Does that roll? And that's not cool, dude.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, a scrapbook. Oh no, photo day.
Those are never fun.
No.
Honestly, I wish Photo Day was as eventful as the ones I've seen in cartoons. Well, I mean, it is a rather difficult situation for both sides, so...
At least Mabel didn't become the Joker from one bad
Oh
day.
no.
Oh.
Oh.
Sing Happy Single Awareness Day.
Yeah, that's the positive.
Well, unfortunately, that's what it's like for most of us.
Oh god.
Okay, those things are gross.
Oh, of course. He just had to do it.
Hey, this is
Python?
before it was cool, I think.
Supposed to be a fair trial, right?
Oh boy.
Q is a train music.
So yeah, Cat John Stewart will hear this case.
You're not as much of a meowsy judge as I thought. Silence isn't good enough.
I can see the doubt in your eyes. How mature. So wait, they were withholding evidence? This is a really shitty trial.
I mean, it's the whole thing of roll the rest of the clip and whatever.
Pretty much. You see when you apply just a bit of context.
Hey, yeah, it's like Inside Out.
For my favorite brother.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right, when she saved her brother's soul.
Okay, so now once again, Dipper has to give up something purely for Mabel's sake.
Well, he's doing it because he generally changed his mind, though.
Also, remember, he
Especially-
can always go to university and such later on in life. He doesn't have to do
Also-
it right now.
Okay. well,
Circumstances
I'm wondering
have
if at
changed.
that point he'll be able to afford university.
Circumstances also have changed with the fact that, well, even if they resolve this crisis, there won't be that much to be an apprentice of.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, not the pats.
I can imagine Jon Stewart relaxing like, what are these pats about?
Oh boy.
Quibs, it's Jon Stewart. Trust me, he said plenty of more ridiculous things.
Oh yeah, like I said, he cost John Cena a wrestling match.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
You lost your powers.
Time to go.
Why those two remain normal?
Maybe they're part of her subconscious.
Paradise is cancelled. I swear that was a book.
The closest thing you can imagine with is Paradise Lost.
I
Hey,
guess.
at least Waddles is done accordingly. There you go.
Oh, apparently, you're that idealized version of Dipper from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Apparently, it was originally intended that Dipper was going to kill him by snapping his neck.
Excuse me?
Unsurprisingly,
these
Disney were
episodes
not
that-
too thrilled with that idea.
Remember, these episodes had to be rewritten.
But yeah.
Even made it to the storyboards.
Can you imagine Bob Iger seeing that on his desk?
So that's
Yeah.
nice.
What is the storyboard of Dipper snapping another Dipper's neck?
So that's nice.
When they meant to take the piss out of Banner Steel
You
or
just had to
something.
say it, Mabel.
Interesting bit there. So after they got out, Mabel said that Dipper could take the apprenticeship if he wanted. So she's come full circle.
Wait, the shack is surprisingly, well, relatively intact.
Yeah, don't we still have that force field?
Oh, there's a crossbow.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, the grappling hook. There it is.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Survivors.
it's the Rebel Alliance.
Hey, even the multiverse.
Hey, Alfred Molina.
We brought back Alfred
Alfred
Molina
Molina.
for this. Hey, they survived too.
And they're dressed in suits.
So now they're in reality.
Is this the real life?
Excuse me?
This is a new episode,
Sure.
by the way, just reaffirming.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. One thing I should mention regarding fan reaction to this episode, since I normally mention that, and you guys have your own thoughts on the matter. Like I mentioned, like I did a few episodes ago. This episode gets a pretty divisive reaction once again concerning. Well, I'm referring to fans specifically. I'm reading off TV tropes, and that's typically a at least from a Your Mileage May Vary page. But anyway, apparently under the unintentionally unsympathetic part of the thing, Mabel was already starting off on a bad foot from what happened in Dipper Mabel versus the Future among some people. But this episode made it far worse. She suffers no consequences from her prior mistake, in fact getting sheltered from the whole thing. But it was also the one who, whether it was unintentional or not, caused the apocalypse to happen. Dipper actually had to work for the conflict resolution against Mabel in the episode and has to give in to what she wants again.
Now, what I was going to say was about the no consequences for her actions. We're in the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, in
that's the thing.
summary,
Technically, she isn't. She's in the orb of overly schmaltzy, multicolored things.
yeah, she was put there by Bill, and it's an incredibly toxic environment.
Yeah.
What's the-
It's
is there
a pretty terrible place, honestly.
Is
It's
there
the
an-
ultimate echo chamber.
Is
Yeah.
there a word for that actually, where the prison is basically everything you ever wanted?
Echo chamber.
Yeah, that.
pretty much.
I didn't know that was an expression for that. So thank you very much, dear.
It's used for a variety of things, but yeah, it can be used for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Still,
Right.
Waves, the point being, what do you instead think?
Well, like I said, you guys know I've had my own issues with her. Although I will say, I mean, this episode did say that. This episode does give that. At least it gave him a trial as opposed to outright chucking him out.
That,
Like they were going to do before.
Keep in mind also that it was Mabel who actually raised the point of trying to find a different solution. So it's not like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it seemed more like the world itself that tried to, condemn Dipper, and Mabel was the one speaking in his defense from the get-go.
Makes
Not
me
to
wonder.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder about certain things going on in that world, but it's gone now. So
Yeah, we're not done yet. At best we'll explain more in the final thoughts. So tune in right after the intro for the next part to Take Back the Falls.
Okay, then.
see ya.
See ya.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. We're almost done with Gravity Falls. Now we're doing season 2, episode 19. Or is
20.
it 20? Or is it 20?
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
funny.
Sorry, guys. The difference between individual, physical, and digital releases compared to Disney Plus is confusing.
I know, right?
Bear with me for a bit.
Disney were all over the
Basically-
place with how they
basically-
released this.
Basically, very chance maybe if you're watching this on Disney Plus, this may be split between episode 20 and 21, but our releases will have like one big combined episode. Basically,
I'll get that Saddam system right now. Hey, Disney Plus, here's an idea. Keep things consistent to how they were before you put them on your service. How about that? There's an idea for you.
Yeah.
maybe that's actually the new consistency, and we're just outdated. But whatever. The point being, we'll tell you once episode 20 ends. So if you have like the two-parter, pause at that point, and we'll tell you when to reprise after the interval. If you're watching Disney Plus, things should be more easier.
All right, then. Shall we?
Yes.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, play.
Surprise!
Yay!
Wow, this episode begins differently to how it ended.
Surviving?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sure, Pacifica. Even Larry Keen's had
Hey!
survived. Oh,
Well, I mean, we had Jon Stewart before, so
oh no.
Oh, boy.
shut the door.
Hit the deck.
Oh, not the raccoon.
Rocket! No!
Yeah, no Bill Cyphers.
What
Oh,
was,
hey,
what
the
was
introspect-
actually
Oh, never
remind
mind.
me again. What was the name of the Pocahontas raccoon friend? If he had one.
God, I
Okay.
cannot forget. I forgot his name.
Miko.
Miko, yeah.
I know that Dingo Pictures made it like a separate character for some reason.
So this is interesting. The intro here is a mix of
Um,
Bill's mixed one, but also the original intro.
You know,
Hmm.
you know what? Round. You mentioned home base. Just around here, home base means something entirely different. Home base is the name of a DIY shop.
See, boys crazy survived the wild.
Good for
Even the
them.
unicorn.
AM
Well,
is,
remember, he was stocking for the apocalypse in a very
I'm
early
surprised.
episode.
I'm surprised AM still exists.
Oh.
Even though the place is already pretty weird.
Weirder than usual, Shiroi.
Oh. Hello.
Ah,
Yeah,
I was right.
the
We
the
do
barrier
still have
that
that
Ford created
barrier.
worked.
Yeah, Chief.
But,
Christ.
Oh, hey, McGucket.
Still with the laptop. You know, the thing with this season of behind is that Alex Searchy's talking a lot to himself.
Yeah.
Stan, eventually you're going to run out, and eventually nobody that protection is going to be much help.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the broadcast over. Are you sure they can make good garden decorations?
Well.
How nice. No, they deserve much worse.
His amazing mustache.
Yay.
Turn the Mystery Shack into a Megazord. Don't think Stan's overly happy about that.
Yeah.
Nowhere, don't know where. You know, this song was actually sung during the finale of Ashes to Ashes. This is reminding me a lot of British shows.
He is at least polite. Oh god, never mind.
Jesus Christ.
And that's the interesting thing. Ashes to Ashes finale is only slightly less weird than this one.
He drinks through his eye. Good to know.
Well, burned it.
Oh.
Oh no.
Well, don't tell him that. Yeah.
He can get into your mind, you know.
Again, Again, Libs, it works out just like the fracture in Cardiff in Doctor Who.
Speaking of, oh no, that's not Cardiff.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, hail our Lord J.K. Simmons.
Hey, wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't if it were under these circumstances, though. Yeah, why not just do that? Oh, yeah, he's got that thing in his head, hasn't he?
Yeah.
What's stopping you from just turning me to gold again?
Well, he does need him still.
Yes, but what's stopping him from turning him to gold after he tells him how to break down the barrier?
Oh well, I guess J.K. Simmons is dead.
Oh well, torture it is.
Anime.
Oh no.
Yeah, you have a lot to tell him. Just don't introduce him to bloody school days.
Yours is a pierce that will pierce the heaven. Sorry,
And also, wow,
pierce the heaven.
Stan's got some French knowledge.
Yep.
Gun swords. Good God.
So yeah, it's time to the ultimate combining of what happened in the series so far. Not even joking.
Yeah, if he expanded to Paris, what would that? How would he introduce that? You know, bonjour et bienvenue sur Gravity Falls. It's a
Yes.
mystery shack.
We apologize.
Well, I want to actually learn French as a second language in the future, so it's a start. Boiling hot though.
Oh.
This'll be foolproof. Foolproof!
Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, that I could mention this. One small issue I do have with this finale is that they never really go, pay off on God, what's her name?
Mabel?
No.
Wendy?
Pacifica?
Thank you. On Pacifica's redemption. Like, they started doing that with that whole Northwest backstory episode where she was the one who let people in.
I thought we started with the Gulf War and concluded it with the Northwest.
Well, true,
Yeah,
but
me
now
too.
she's back to, but now she's back to acting like a spoiled brat again. So
Not
I
necessarily.
wouldn't say that. I think she's being just a bit of a, to use this term again, a bit of a sundari. So,
Yeah, I mean, she's not really back to being a brat. Like, at first she just said, oh, I still accuse her, but it's just that. Otherwise, she's acting fine.
She doesn't want to admit she likes it. She clearly likes it.
Come on, Stan.
So yeah,
Think bigger.
Stan still holds some resentment towards his brother.
well, I kind of understand because he never actually thanked him for all the hard work he did to bring him back.
And it was a decades-long feud, also.
Regardless that though, would it kill him to say thank you?
Yeah, even if they weren't gonna get along afterwards, common courtesy is still a thing, you know.
That would be an interesting twist where apparently giving your thanks kills you or something.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we literally weaponized the shack into a giant robot.
Immortal engines, eh?
Neon Genesis Weird Evangelion.
Yes, let's just go with that.
Oh,
Nice to know.
Hello.
You can make anything with the power of 4. Get another one.
So yeah, it's a combination of literally
Yeah.
anything.
We need mystery zone power now.
Yeah, let's call it that.
Also, they literally have gravity falls on that thing.
Yes.
Ow.
This is
Wow,
it has literally
You're
turned into
not
a
very
power.
optimistic.
It has literally turned into a Power Rangers episode.
Well, what other ideas do you have?
Oh, look, he even grows the monsters like in Power Rangers.
Pretty much.
Only this time it's more than just one-on-one.
Aww.
Yeah, for a second, I thought you had the West Ham United flag.
With
And
the
we have
theme song.
a rock rendition.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just poke her in the eye. That'll.
Not gonna lie, this is quite possibly the coolest thing I've seen on the show.
Pretty much.
This is exactly like a Power Rangers episode. All we need is the yeah, exactly. All we need is the explosions, the miniature towns, and everything.
I mean, it's a good thing that whatever is around the city is in shambles.
Hmm.
Yay.
Oh,
Boy.
Woo!
Oh.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Yep, and he has to straight. Oh. Well, I guess he thought he'd handle the situation. Oh, yeah, they've got the shield, haven't they?
Yeah. It still works, so.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Ooh.
got your eye.
I can't believe this.
This is amazing.
an eye
Yeah, this
for
would
an
be
eye?
Yeah, this would be a very interesting video game.
Remember, they had that game on the 3DS, but I actually don't know much about it. It was actually the last game that used the UbiArt engine.
And yet this is apparently just the first half.
Okay, well, yeah, Mabel, that's not a good idea, yo. Can't wheeling around like that, especially when you need to parachute your way in.
She's falling with style.
Of course.
Well, it's falling. Yeah, you're probably going to yank his fingers off the point.
Yeah. Oh, God.
You see, he forced me to dance like this for all eternity.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, I know I was supposed to feel sorry for him, but this is funny. Besides, he's been a bit of a douchebag, so
I don't think you're supposed to feel either way, honestly.
There we go.
and there we go. The entire population is, well, sort
Restored.
of free.
In a sense.
There's the best reunion.
In this
The
family.
reunion of two cops.
Yes. Oh, it's adorable.
I'm surprised he recognizes him.
This is all well and good, but again, we have a whole nother part.
Oh, he's still trying.
Yes. I mean, props for, persistence.
Yeah. A spray can. They're gonna satanic cult their way out of this.
I mean, a disappointment as well. By the way, you may notice one of the symbols is a Star of Bethlehem. I seriously don't understand how this passed through the show. Although, to be honest, one of the symbols is Pac-Man, so what do I know?
So basically, the symbols on each of their apparel is the way to defeat Bill.
You know what this is, guys? This is like the prophecy of Lady in the Water.
Yeah, figured. Superman?
Sure.
Well, I guess that's one way of being scholarly. I have the power.
I think we're still missing one person.
Stan.
Oh, it's, of course, Stan.
Dad, put your petty rivalry of your brother to one side. The whole world's
Can
going to
you
be
not
in
see
danger.
everyone glowing here?
Gotta love that Gideon and Pacific are the voice, and even Robbie are the voice of reason.
I know, right?
Don't let go.
Oh, for God's sake. So one of them was being all Aunt Josephine about this. And he's ruined everything. Thanks, Dan.
Oh, shit.
Thanks, Stan.
And this is the moment you have to pause if you are watching the complete edition.
Oh boy.
So we'll see what the conclusion is in part 4. Somewhere in the woods. Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
Well, guys, after 4 years condensed into like 3 weeks, many episodes and many discussions about a show about two kids going through a weird town fighting giant monsters, we have finally reached the finale. Weirdmageddon 4 Somewhere in the Woods. So let's not waste any time and get into it. Okay, if you're watching the Disney Plus version that splits the originally 1 hour long finale into 2 parts, skip the recap and the intro, pause right after the intro ends and you're on a black screen before the episode officially begins. Okay? Alright then.
Alright then.
3, 2, 1, click.
And now, the stunning conclusion.
Yeah.
Of Gravity Falls.
So, last time, one of the
Stan decided to become a grammar Nazi.
So apparently being a grabber Nazi has nearly doomed the whole world. So yeah, thanks.
I mean, I guess I would probably done the same thing.
Like he couldn't just say thank you. He had to, you know.
Oh dear.
Oh, fuck.
And now everyone's going all Death Stranding on us.
Oh no.
Yeah, there you go. Nazi-style banners. We need to, expand this entrepreneur.
You were asking for that.
Well,
Well, you
don't
shouldn't
stare
talk-
right into.
Yeah.
Bill, maybe you should rearrange your phone to something that doesn't have a giant weak spot.
At least with a glass.
With a flashlight and a grappling hook.
Well, it's not just a normal flashlight.
And it is totally a normal grappling hook, but we'll improvise. Oh boy, he's serious.
That just...
Ooh.
He just had to say it.
Wow.
I don't think that's going to be very pleasant.
No.
No.
How are you going to explain this to the parents? Like all of this.
It was a weird summer.
A lot of supernatural shenanigans.
Yeah.
That's a huge gamble. Ah.
You already did once, after all.
You're...
Run.
Gee, I think...
I was going to say shake your hand before.
Oh shit.
Ah.
Oh.
Well, that's one dead gnome. Ooh. Well,
I think the thing this is some kind of plan.
nah.
No.
The secret is I poke you in the eye again.
The deal is in eternal pokes in the eye.
So that's what happens to his body when he does that.
Yep.
How's it going to get around that plate?
Oh, there's a lot of vacant space, though.
There's a very easy solution, Dwibs, actually.
Mhm.
Oh, snap.
I mean, he's a scam artist after all.
And they are twins.
So Alex Sersha could be J.K. Simmons, I guess.
All along.
And with a raising gun, yeah.
Nope.
Too late. Yep. How does it feel?
It's about family dweebs.
Okay, now it's Fast and Furious all of a sudden.
Sorry.
Doesn't help that Lucky. Oh.
Enjoy Death Bill.
He's cussing him in his own
Oh,
language.
did you just punch out
I'm a
Cthulhu?
man.
There you
Did
are.
you just punch out Cthulhu?
In fact, that's the only way they can top the Fast and Furious movies now. Have like Vin Diesel,
Vin Diesel
punch out
punching a
Cthulhu.
demon.
Okay, Gravity Falls, this may hurt a bit.
See, the gnome is fine.
Well, these little cries aren't going to be fine.
And he never got to eat a person.
Unless that person in the car escaped. He technically did. Oh, snap.
There's going to be a hell of a lot to repair.
No, it actually is
Oh.
gonna be very easy, barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh.
But unlike other times, everyone will remember.
And there's a statue of Bill left somewhere.
We'll keep it.
Uh,
The statue.
oh.
It's like a Doctor Who ending now.
The
They
greatest
save
story
the world,
never
but they have
told.
they save the world, but they have no idea that they did it. Well, they didn't repair the shack.
Well, kinda. Oh, Seuss needs a
Oh.
hug. I remember Seuss wanted to be adopted by Stan.
Hmm.
Well, what's that book in the foreground? There
Yeah.
you go. I thought she said. I thought the subtitle said emoticons for a second.
Might as well be. He just needed a pig.
It'd be an interesting twist if he just pretended to forget.
Yeah, he was just being the scam artist he is. Although I doubt he'd intentionally make the twins cry like this, to be fair. Yeah.
Nothing to see.
But there's still 12 and a half minutes left.
Well, we have to wrap things up.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that's what we're
Peter-
calling it.
What was the song in the South Park movie? Nothing really happens in this quiet mountain town.
It's been a while since I've seen it, so I wouldn't remember the name. Pedro, do you know?
No, what? Sorry.
I remember
What's-
what the lyrics in the South Park movie said. Nothing really happens in this quiet mountain town.
Oh.
Oh,
there's
hey,
plenty
the
of
mayor.
things,
Back you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Never mind.
I guess it's better than just trying to deny it happened.
It was just a crazy street party.
Institute a mind-raising cult. Oh. Oh well.
Well, Snap, karma
That's what you
hits you
get.
like a truck.
I mean, Pacifica deserves a bit better, but you two know there's definitely not.
Sorry, Pacifica.
Oh, now that joke is that's reminiscent of that joke with the celebrities from South Park too, where Britney Spears can only afford one super fast jet instead of two.
And he's gonna mansion.
Oh no, the humanity.
Alright, Dweebs and Shirai, time for one last cameo. Surprise one, by the way.
Plot twist is Alex Hirsch.
Death Bowl.
What a birthday.
You know, we'll be surprised if that's all they sung. The 2U bit. Because for some reason, apparently Happy Birthday's tied up in copyright or something.
Also, look, everyone could make it to your birthday because they couldn't go anywhere else because the apocalypse happened. Yay!
Sure,
Cool,
Too cool.
dog.
too cool for school. Ooh.
Wah, wah.
Oh boy. He was never heard from again.
So,
You
what
got-
are Dipper and Mabel old enough to do now?
Good question. What do you do after you save the world?
Save it again.
Sit down and have a nice rest.
Mm.
It's like a
Yeah,
yearbook
that's fair
adventure.
enough. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's yeah, good idea.
that was a good idea.
Before you
I mean-
accidentally set it off or something.
if the plot needs, if the plot
Technically,
they can just, fabricate another one.
One of us.
Where's that cannon going? Wow,
Oh,
you're doing labor.
She really did care. Hmm.
this will make a great spin-off comic.
Yeah, they actually got to have their adventure on a boat.
By the inevitable comic.
Stan, there's a person still trapped inside from that three-parter.
No.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Oh.
Oh.
Yay!
How long do you think it'll last?
Probably 2 weeks. Oh. Okay then.
Oh. When did you have that prepared? The apocalypse just happened.
Hey, at least you repaired the S.
It's an actual S this time.
Good gravy.
Don't worry, Candy. You had your story arc completed.
There's always next year. Sorry, you're not in Kingdom Hearts. You can't do that.
Well, if you did that, you'd die.
Not necessarily. You would just create a nobody. Well, assuming you're
Yeah.
strong-hearted enough.
Yeah, I've had enough confusion for one day, Jimmy.
He just wanted to wear the sweater.
Platonically.
There you go. There's the original hat.
Oh.
Alright, here's the cameo glimpse in Shirai. That's Cal MacLachlan. In case you don't know, he's Agent Cooper, from Twin, the protagonist of Twin Peaks.
Uh-huh.
He also played a couple of roles like the villain in the Flintstones movie, but that's the ultimate Twin Peaks connection. Oh, Waddles, no.
Take Waddles with you.
See, that's the saddest goodbye.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Knuckle dust.
Jesus. How less weird it is Twin Peaks if this is
That's another cartoon, Deeper. It's based on Cartoon Network, wrong channel.
What channel was Twin Peaks?
Over the Garden Wall. Oh, what? Sorry, Leaves, what's the question?
I was wondering what channel Twin Peaks was broadcast on.
I actually don't know.
I'll check. Originally it was ABC, which is also owned by Disney, but recently it was Showtime.
Especially because we did the revival season.
Okay, so at least it ends with narration, even though it started with it and didn't do it afterwards.
Oh, hey, the cow from the short. Oh, hey, Seuss's girlfriend.
Yeah, they even got their own happy ending.
Stan of War.
2.
The Star of War 2.
The sequel you always wanted.
2 Dipper.
What's in the letter?
Can only imagine how strange next summer is going to be.
Well, yeah.
Parents are never sending them back.
And by next summer, we mean the comic book they released recently.
Oh, wait. Recently? How recently?
No, there was in between a comic book line.
But there's a newer comic book series?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, hey, the president, yeah.
I mean, there was one called Gravity Falls Lost Legends released the year after the show ended. But I'm pretty sure there was another one, but I can't remember what it was called.
The only thing I know for certain is that there was a book recently released, but it's not. It's been decanonized, I think. What is true instead is that one thing that you see at the end would be a sort of a contest that Alex Hirsch issued as soon as the show ended, but more on that later. Oh, there we go. Grenda even got her boyfriend on his yacht.
Aww.
Of course.
Adorable.
Brought to you by the happiest place on earth.
Yes. Completely.
And there's a there was a live action, pure live action shot of an actual statue of Bill. The contest was find it, and someone actually did find it. It was actually a contest for the whole family. So you're personally congratulated with the winner and all. For more check on the official internet, Reddit pages. As for the series, final thoughts. Do you mind if I start first, just so I can, finish quickly?
Sure.
Sure, good.
Okay. Like I mentioned, I think I started mentioning the Avatar: The Last Airbender series. This is my second favorite cartoon that I watched in recent time, or at least of the 2010s. Keep in mind, I had a moment where I stopped, and only relatively recently I restarted, and Vertical is number 2, with one being Over the Garden Wall, like I kept mentioning too. And for a good reason. Again, the timeline of the show is the things the show gets away with, and it's amazing just for that. But there's also the fact that it manages to tell an actually interesting story. It provides decent mystery, some actual interesting character relations, keep in mind, for the better, potential for the worse. And just like with Avatar, the show manages to be super tight on continuity. No one gets forgotten. Everyone goes back for the series finale. There are no loose plot threads, and people who need to get their punishment, they do in different ways. And the thing that makes this show very particular, especially for the corporation it's attached to, is how fucking dark it gets. Practically almost once an episode. And near the end, thanks to Bill, everything goes off the rails, which leads me to the other thing that I also mentioned briefly in the previous episodes. Bill, in an age where the average Disney villain turns out to be a twist villain or no villain at all, Bill manages to be a return to classics, one incorporating new stuff altogether. And I kind of wish there were more villains like him, but to be honest, I get the idea that it's like a lightning in a bottle situation where it's not going to be easy to replicate. Keep in mind that people deciphered what the last words of Bill backwards said, and it seems that for the lore of Gravity Falls, there's someone even worse than him around, something called the Axolotl or something like that. So who knows? Maybe it's tied to the comics. I haven't read them yet.
Maybe we'll get a sequel series way later down the line.
There are the possibilities. While the show ends pretty conclusive, it does set up potential stuff for the future, but only if the people want it. If you want, this is basically your perfect conclusion, basically. The voice acting, I honestly don't think there's a single voice actor that I don't like. Alex Searcy is amazing in doing all these different impressions. I'm surprised that he can pull all these things off. If there really is something to really criticize, which also keeps it to number 2 for me, is kind of how some episodes get bogged down by some contrivance, or especially in season 1, sometimes where they shoehorn in some weird messages, or the love triangle that Dipper gets tangled into. I still believe season 2 improves, and some of the more panned episodes, like episode 17, tend to be a bit too harsh. People tend to be a bit too harsh. I can potentially see where they're going, but I do believe the show provides good reasons for why situations like that are happening. Sure, you can still disagree with that, but I'd rather have the opinion being what's the term, conscious, rather than educated for this case. But regardless, pretty much stellar. Well, whatever the show continues or not, I'm fine with it, and I guess I'll need to catch up with the new DuckTales show since after the fact we did the pilot, since it seems that the team is working on that, and it's at least on par with quality, just in the DuckTales way. So that's it for me. Next.
I'll go next, actually, since I'm a newbie. Yeah, I really enjoyed this series. Like, I'd heard a lot about it, but it's nice to actually see what all the talk was about here. Now, season 1 was pretty good, although it's definitely a season 1 of a series in the sense where you can see where it had room to grow. And thankfully it did with season 2. The characters were finally learning their lessons and sticking to it, and the developments felt natural. And it's interesting how, in a sense, even Lil Gideon ends up finally seeing the errors of his ways, having his character finally come full circle here and there. Also, it's satisfying to see that Pacifica's parents finally got quite the comeuppance here and there, especially seeing as how they get called out for trying to sell out to Bill. So yeah, it's nice, really. Yeah, everyone gets the comeuppances that they deserve here and there, and it's all nice to see the characters develop. Again, look at McGucket here. Started off as being
a
one-note psychopath who apparently wanted attention from his son, but turned out to be oh so much more than just that. Like, holy cow.
Again, the amazing thing of this show was the fact that he managed to get away with all this stuff and plan from the get-go without being abruptly cancelled. Sure, there are hints that season 2 was slightly rushed, and we know for a fact that one of the episodes was supposed to go before its original scheduling, one of the filler ones, Roadside Attraction, but you get the idea that the actors still managed to plan at least the basic, which managed to make the Shern tour famous as it is now. So it's incredible, especially considering what Disney had done relatively before with Wonder Over Yonder. Again, the tales of the cancellation of that shows are legendary in that regard. So, interesting development. Go on.
Yeah, like you said also, Tio, it's like Avatar The Last Airbender, this show is a pretty good stickler for continuity here. Like, nobody really gets forgotten. Heck, even stuff that's originally exclusive to the shorts gets brought up in the main series here and there. The tattoo, the mutant cow, all that stuff. And it's just nice. And it all comes to quite a very lavish finale here. To the point where we're like, well, Bill does not go down easily, but the way he gets beaten feels so earned and so great. And for as corny as it may seem about Stan getting his memory back, I'm actually fine, if only because it's in a way that does make a sort of bit of sense. And to be fair, if we're to be honest, Stan lost his memory in a bout where logic was upside down and chaos was the norm. So, yeah, it's not like... So yeah, I wouldn't say there were exactly rules to how he can or can't get his memory back. But man, Bill got his triangle keister beaten and then some. Which makes me wonder how pissed he would be if somehow he gets revived.
Well, Joe, here's the thing. Remember that Reddit blog that Bill technically had?
Yes.
He mentioned that every person that shares a fan art of him is technically spreading his message, and the more there are, the more stronger he gets. So the fandom is working against it itself.
People still cosplay Bill. I'm just gonna put that out there. No, they do.
Would not surprise me.
Often alongside a Flowey, funnily enough.
Again, there's a reason why there's so much triangle symbology. That's Bill's power over the entire city. He was planning, again, his own long game.
Well, hopefully he'll take a nice long nap for the rest of eternity. Though, for all we know, maybe there's someone even bigger and badder than him just waiting to come out and give us reason for a second series of Gravity Falls. I mean, like you said, though, the way the ending goes is pretty superb. It's very conclusive, but it also leaves the door open, in a sense, without being too blatant about it. Like, we've already seen that there's a comic series that sort of continues stuff in there, but there's a lot of gumption to maybe go on for a sequel series here. All in all, though, I think one of the best things about it is, like, well, it's a show that got to start and end pretty much on its own terms, from what I understand. Like, for the most part, it seems that Alex Hirsch had 2 seasons planned, and he got those 2 seasons. Like, it didn't feel forced or anything, and it felt like of the episodes we got that they worked a pretty good amount of stuff we could out of it. We got, your typical tropes, but some tropes that you couldn't see coming. Like, they had a formula, but it never felt formulaic in a sense. Like, yeah, always something supernatural has to occur, but the spins on it were quite interesting and differing. Although, with Time Baby dead, what does this mean for Time now?
Well, it just means that the Time Police will be... Actually, technically, I guess, yeah, there's one thing that maybe didn't got resolved was blending, just going away, I guess.
I mean,
but
okay, yeah.
I do wonder if it's developed more in the comic.
I mean, to be fair, Bill does blatantly say he killed him. He says the K-word and everything.
We saw him die.
So...
No, the Time Baby, technically speaking, the Time Baby is dead, so I believe that the Time Police simply put the Time Police doesn't have control anymore over the timeline. Simple as that. But Blending managed to get away, so I do wonder what happened to him.
I wonder. Who knows? Maybe we'll give the comic book series a look. I know I probably will, because
I'll probably do it on my own.
Watching this show has definitely been a blast. It's one of my favorites. I'm not quite sure if I put it up in, like, my top 5, but I'd say it's a contender for my top 15, definitely. It's that good. It manages to stay fresh, coherent, and funny throughout. The characters were nice and endearing. And yeah, any issues I had with Season 1 were pretty much ironed out in Season 2. So good job, Alex Hirsch, and good luck with DuckTales. So far from what I've seen, he's doing a great job there.
Well, it was the team that made Gravity Falls that are making DuckTales, not Alex Hirsch himself.
Yeah, Alex Hirsch is not involved in DuckTales.
So
Alex is not involved in DuckTales.
Which actually, that's a good question. What is he doing then?
Well, we heard from anime, he was originally a writer for the Detective Pikachu movie, but then he dropped that project and other writers took over. Ever since then, I don't think we've heard from him.
I think he's a voice actor in the new Disney show.
Well, he is a good voice actor, so yeah.
Yeah, he can do so many different impressions.
If that's going to be his career from now on, sure.
Like I said, kudos to the team that made the show, and great luck with DuckTales for doing a good job so far. All right.
Can I go next?
Sure.
Don't worry, I'll be brief. So yeah, I mean, overall, despite my misgivings of the show that I've mentioned over the course of this commentary series, I still enjoy the show quite a bit. Yeah, one of my favourite parts, I don't think it's been mentioned, I think not as much, is the music. certainly very fitting. You know, with how weird everything is, and it has this mishmash of 8-bit sounds and more orchestra-y bits as well, and it comes together really well. The finale, again, minus my misgivings that I had last time. I really enjoyed the finale. It was very action-packed. There's a lot of things going on, so it's really hard to get bored. Plus, the actual ending bit itself. Okay, I won't speak too much on the cameo at the end, since I haven't really seen a whole lot of Twin Peaks outside of what Tio showed us.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of it was actually rather touching. I mean, it has to be as a finale, but yeah. And that's about it, really. That's all I got to say. For the most part, I really enjoyed the show.
Well, Dweebs, I found something in the meantime while searching for Alex filmography and all. Apparently, he's an uncredited screenwriter for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh.
Suddenly that explains a lot of things.
I see.
Anyway, Pedro, I guess.
It's a very good show. Like people have mentioned, there's some flaws in season 1, but fortunately the season 2 fixes them. And yeah, it's a very good show. It has an interesting story, some really likable characters, and some great animation by Rough Draft.
That's another thing, because I don't think we pointed that out. You may notice that there's also a couple of CGI usage in some episodes, but similar to a couple of anime implements them, it's quite smooth. It's not really that intrusive.
I think it's because they use so little of it that it doesn't look as jarring as it would in other instances.
Yeah.
It's used sparingly and it's used in the right places.
Yeah,
so I think that's what makes it work.
Yeah, it's not an anime.
Not an anime.
Continue, Pedro.
It's a very good show. I don't think it's the masterpiece that some people out there make it out to be. I mean, it's a very good show. I just don't think it's like an example of animation brilliance or anything like that. But it's still a very good show, and it kind of works the same way for me, in the same way that Disney's Lilo and Stitch falls for me, where it's a good product. I just don't understand why people put it on the pedestal of one of the best things ever created. But again, but that doesn't change the fact that it's still a very good show in regard. Aside from that, I guess there's very little I can say that hasn't been said already. I mean, I can't. Well, actually, yeah. In relation to what I was saying, yeah, I do think personally, I think DuckTales is in an even better show than this one. It doesn't have any of the issues we've talked about for season 1. It doesn't Webby is basically Mabel 2.0, but with all the stuff that Dweebs hates about Mabel removed. And she even has a hook shot thing,
grappling hook,
grappling hook thing that Mabel has. So basically, everybody, if you haven't gotten around to watching DuckTales and you would like something by this, well, there you go. You can check out the DuckTales reboot, because it has a lot of common elements, you can tell. So yeah, aside from that, yeah, very good show. It kind of created a renaissance for Disney's TV animation, because after this show, they went on to make a lot of great things, and they still are. So definitely, even though I don't think it's the best Disney show of this current era, I don't think it's as good as something like DuckTales or Tangled or anything like that. It's the one that kind of started the current great streak that they have right now. So definitely, I'm grateful for doing that. So yeah, thanks. That's about it for me.
Sure, close us out.
All right. Well, I can't really say much that hasn't already been said. This includes the criticisms for season 1, which really weren't all that detrimental, to be honest, because yeah, again, they were ironed out pretty quickly. The only unique thing I think I have to say is that unlike a lot of cartoons from the 2010s, this one didn't end up in a particular pitfall. And that's the pitfall of choosing to pander to the more avid fans, the headcanon groups and all that such. Because what you find with shows like Star is that they start off great, and then for the final season, it sort of came to a grinding halt because they decided to. It was just so much exposition. There was just so much that was not necessary. The show just kind of lost this identity, despite the fact that this show actually raised the stakes and has, significant canon. Somebody put it quite well. I read before. This show remembers who its audience is.
Exactly.
And that's something I feel is lost in a lot of more recent cartoons, including Steven Universe. Like, despite how it started, like it ended up falling for that as well.
From what I've heard, the finale of Star versus the Forces of Evil might actually make me apologize to people.
Oh, yes.
I actually haven't seen half of the final season.
Okay.
of Star,
Okay. Let me
I
just.
heard it was rushed. But, yeah.
Let me just sum it up. Our heroes support genocide. That is all you need to know.
Lovely.
Okay, Mabel, I am so sorry.
But
I mean, yes, she had a bad tendency to be selfish, but she didn't kill anybody.
Again, I don't know what happened, so I'm going to take Jova's word for it.
Yeah, I'll see the context myself.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the nice thing about this show. It remembered who its audience was and stuck to that. It was the same with Avatar, but was unfortunately ruined by Korra. It was, although that was a slightly different. Was a slightly different scenario.
I wouldn't say Avatar was. I wouldn't say Avatar was ruined by Korra.
No, it wasn't. That was the wrong word.
Well, I mean,
it lost its identity. It lost why people liked Avatar in the first place.
Well, the first half did anyway, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did have one good season, but that doesn't excuse.
But I'd argue it's almost two.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that while season 4 wasn't as great as season 3, it was at least well within the ranks. Wonky ending aside.
But yeah, this show maintained its identity, and that's something I really appreciate about it. And it's why it's also one of my favorites. So
yeah, it's another. Yeah, that's not going to mention Shiro's example. My biggest example of Shiro's that's a problem that Shiro is mentioning is Adventure Time, because I actually fell in love with that show's first season. You guys probably already know what happens from there. Like if you like incredibly weird, surreal cartoons, then watch season 1, but don't watch the other season, because if that's what got you into season 1, then you're not gonna like the remaining seasons.
But yeah, it pretty much was. No, I agree. I've seen season 1 of Adventure Time and scattered episodes throughout the rest of the seasons.
Let me put it this way, everybody. Imagine if Ren and Stimpy season 2 suddenly became Avatar: The Last Airbender in terms of tone and story and style. That's basically what happens.
I would say that has to depend on the execution, but that does sound like a very wonky change.
Well, yeah, and the show was wonky enough as it is, from what I heard.
Well, that's the thing, though. The season 1 was supposed to be wonky, but whatever. I don't want to veer this off.
Yeah, let's not get into that. That's a discussion for a whole other.
Adventure Time is supposed to be an acid trip, but yeah, aside from that, it's a really good show, and my thoughts are pretty much the same as everyone else's. I'll probably read the comics also.
All right.
Okay, folks. Well, there you go. That's another show that's good enough to get us to read the comics that we've commentated on. Tune in for whatever we do next, but it's been a trip and a half, y'all.
See ya.
See ya. No jokes required.